Virgil van Dijk is the yardstick for your best.
At this current stage, Saliba is a better defender. He's the best in the world.
Sorry, we're saying statistically or what?
Well, you can do statistics. I don't like to do stats. He is the best in the world right now. Saliba is better right now than Virgil van Dijk.
All right.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Good to see you.
I love this shirt, by the way.
Thank you very much.
That's classic.
This is a Grail top, stand-up speaker. And yeah, got Thierry on the back, the greatest Premier League player ever.
What?
Not agreeing with. Okay, most people
Not
agree with
far
that.
off. Not far off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure we'll get into it at this stage. But yes,
Sorry.
Yeah. It started already.
My bad. Yeah.
Arsenal will win their next trophy before Liverpool win their next trophy. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I want to go strongly agree. I'm going to go here.
Name the trophy.
I'm going to go in between. I believe we'll win silverware this year, and it's either I've done these predictions already. It's either an FA Cup or a League Cup. It's not the major one, which is still a major one, an FA Cup, but don't give me that face.
In the FA Cup or the EFL Cup is what you're willing to venture. I was sitting there going, well, maybe we'll get the Premier League before those guys. Maybe if we're, I don't even think if we're lucky. If we just do anything in Europe, then cool, we can win silverware before you guys do. And frankly, I don't even consider the cups to be silverware anymore.
Wow.
Because we're looking above them. Let's talk about whether you win one of the big trophies, because that's going to make it actually interesting. Do you win a Premier League or a Champions League before we win one?
Honestly, Champions League, I think Liverpool will do it before us. However, I think we'll win the Premier League.
What way of talking is this? I don't understand the mentality.
We will win the Premier League, I believe, before you next.
You know when you play poker, you have to check your cards again. That's what that felt like. I just remember.
I'm trying to reaffirm my power by just...
No, I didn't even need to recheck my cards. Because I just know that there is going to be another massive win in this Jurgen Klopp era. But the point is still,
I'm getting excited.
What you did was you discounted the Champions League. You said, well, you will not win that before we win it. Despite the fact that really, you might be the second...
Third, fourth, because there's still Real Madrid in there. City, we're going to be in there.
But in terms of English teams, you're the second best English team in the Champions League this season.
Yeah, English teams wise.
I think the only team that you guys don't really knock out is Man City.
I hear that.
Look more confident.
No.
And if you are confident, tell your face. Like, seriously.
I agree or disagree, I'm getting this. No, I believe the Premier League I genuinely believe we'll win the Premier League.
But is that just because that's what you want? Are you guys just going, look, we want the Premier League?
No, I've never seen Arsenal win the Champions League, so I'd rather see that. I just feel, because of last season, I just feel like we've learnt so much from last season. It's a young team that are deducing all the information, downloading everything that they've experienced and the feelings, and they're just putting it into their stride. As much as we haven't kicked off as fast as we did last season, I believe they're learning so much that eventually they'll get it over the line before the Champions League. It's been 6 years since we've been back into the Champions League, Laurence, and I don't know, I feel like it's a big ask for us to go on and win that pretty quickly in the next...
Why not? Just be a little bit confident.
I believe.
Just, you know.
I like Laurence.
Yeah.
You're like.
I've got more confidence in your side than you do. You're as scarred as I was a couple of seasons ago when we came second City, and it was like, again, you're in that phase.
Yeah. The shameless side, it does come out, and it's going to come.
It comes back.
Right now, I am scarred of what we saw last season, but I believe it's Premier League over Champions League.
Bring it out. Let me see the shameless side a little bit.
Oh, you don't want to see it?
Otherwise, we're just going to be too nice to each other the whole time.
Okay, the shameless side's coming. Don't worry.
It's coming. All right, cheers. Here's to your shamelessness. Still disagree. Genuinely, we win a Premier League or a Champions League before you do again.
No, it's not happening. Premier League, we win it. This season. First, I was
see how we did it. Yeah, it worked.
Man for man, Arsenal have a better starting 11 than Liverpool. 3, 2, 1.
Why you got to do that?
You asked for shameless Cecil. He has arrived.
Oh, this is like just before Shameless Cecil comes out. This is like David and Goliath. I get it, but remember who won that. I'm happy for you to make your case first, but I'd be very happy to just obliterate it and then you don't even need to reply.
No, you go first.
Okay.
You go first.
Best goalkeeper in the world. A centre-back who your best centre-back is always compared to. Another centre-back who is basically in waiting. and another backup centre-back to that who is incredible. You can choose John Matip or Joe Gomez, either of which I don't mind.
Gabriel Magalhaes beats them both.
Sure, but that's not my point here.
Okay.
Kanate is equal to him. And Virgil van Dijk is the yardstick for your best.
Is our yardstick, but he is better at this current stage. Saliba is a better defender. He's the best in the world.
Sorry, we're saying statistically or what?
Well, you can do statistics. I don't like to do stats, but going away from that, right now, from what you have seen visually and from my eyes and what I genuinely believe, he's the best.
I see it visually mostly.
He's the best. He is the best in the world right now. Saliba is better right now than Virgil van Dijk. We're gonna have to do the whole 11, but right now, I say I'll give you Trent. We're not going to conversate about.
Left back. Who would you put forward?
I'm going to have to go Zinchenko.
Andy Robertson has been that left back in the Premier League of this era for so long now. And I don't think you can make a massive argument that Zinchenko is like defensively a better left back than Andy Robertson.
I can't. And I'll give you that. So that's 3 for you. But when we come into midfield, Laurence
3
now. 3 you got. You've
Alisson,
got Alisson,
obviously, because you guys can't decide. Yeah.
Ramsdale, sorry.
Yeah.
I like Ramsdale, but my manager doesn't.
Centre-back each?
I'm not doing that. I can't.
So you're saying you want both your centre-backs in there?
Saliba and Gabriel, Laurence.
Virgil van Dijk. You can say names, not syllables in the name we're comparing here.
We're doing
quality of players.
Right now, you have to agree. Saliba and Gabriel right now are the best pairing in the Premier League.
Virgil van Dijk cannot not be in this best starting 11. And
then Saliba, for the balance, Saliba has to be in it, which means Virgil can't be in it. And the next pairing is to the left side of him is Gabriel. And they're the best. The argument here is they're the best centre-back pairing right now in the Premier League. There's not much else that's the facts.
But at the same time, that would be a better centre-back pairing if you put Virgil van Dijk as the other centre-back.
We're going to go into midfield. So, as long as I take all 3 midfielders, then we can agree on this. Because your midfield, Dominic Szoboszlai has been phenomenal for you guys. But, I can brush Rigo on that one, fair enough. But if we put in a Thomas Partey, Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard.
You're telling me that Thomas Partey is better than any of those Liverpool 3 that they bought in the summer?
Yes.
I mean, when he's playing, arguably, but he's not playing.
You've
got to be fit to put him in there. Who's had a bigger influence on midfield this season, Szoboszlai or Partey?
When Partey's in the side, I'm telling you, Partey has.
Who's been fit? Who's played more games?
Szoboszlai's been
right.
Yes, agreed. But when it comes to the strongest 3 in midfield right now, if they were all fit, that is it. That is your weakest area at Liverpool. And
he's not fit.
I know, but with production they nodded, and when I said fully fit, they go yes.
So visually, I didn't see that.
I'm very good at visuals. Yeah. So the midfield 3, like I said, Partey, Rice, Odegaard. Then on the right, we'll start with the right attackers. We've got Saka, and then on the left, we've got Martinelli. You're looking at me bewildered. And then up front, I don't really rate Núñez. And I'm going to get a lot of stick for that because he is starting to hit great form.
This is a coming of age for him this season. And we're seeing a striker who has finally found the position that he plays in, has a great relationship with arguably one of the most iconic players of all time, who definitely play on the right wing for this team, which is Mo Salah, obviously ahead of Saka. You genuinely just tried to slip that in.
I thought you wouldn't noticed.
But on the left, I mean, I can maybe give you Martinelli a push.
I think that makes sense. Martinelli is on the left, and not even just you will agree with that. Your manager does as well. Klopp loves Martinelli.
Yeah,
he absolutely loves him.
And I'm fine with that.
So that's fine. And then up front,
Núñez.
I'll give you Núñez. But
if we count the players,
3 in midfield from Arsenal. 2 centre-back pairing.
We didn't actually agree on that. With fair play. That's 4, and then in your front 3, you actually have 1. So I've got 6 players. You've got 5, which actually means that this strongly disagree. Just statistically, was correct.
I'd rather have Mikel Arteta as my manager than Jurgen Klopp. 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
You feel all right about that?
I feel very good about that.
Okay.
Listen, Jurgen Klopp, fantastic manager. I mean, he's pretty much won all Champions League, Premier League. Yeah, he's won a League Cup. He's won 2 managers of the seasons.
Bundesliga.
Yeah, but for Liverpool, he's done very well. But Arteta,
we're just doing Liverpool, are we?
No.
Because Arteta has such a long track record before, my bad, yeah.
I think that actually benefits him in a sense because it's his first managerial job, and look what he's done for Arsenal so far. Okay, he's come in, he's changed the whole culture. He's got us competing again. He's made me personally fall back in love with my club, going to games, the atmosphere, the vibe, and he's done a clear out, he took risks, made big changes. I think Arteta is on the verge to, yes, matching or even surpassing Klopp's legacy at Liverpool.
Okay.
So I'd rather him be my manager.
With Klopp, the only reason that I'd say he edges Arteta for me and what I'm looking for in a manager is I feel there's a different connection between the Liverpool fans and Klopp, and the one that Arteta has with Arsenal fans. And the reason I could say that is different is because I do feel like Jurgen Klopp was tailor-made for Liverpool.
Agreed.
And if Arteta came to Liverpool, I don't think it'd be the same kind of relationship.
And that I agree with as well.
So the reason I strongly disagree is it's Jurgen Klopp.
We have disagreed, but I think we can agree to disagree that, you know, we
Respectfully.
both respectfully 100%.
Right,
and I
but
feel
at the
like
same time, I'm right. just for the format, I'm right.
You're not.
Here's the argument, right? Would you trade managers? So say tomorrow you traded managers. I think you're happier with that than we are.
No, I don't think so.
Come on, bro.
I don't think
you're
so.
telling me.
Because what he's done for us as well, just don't forget, Klopp inherited a better side than what Arteta did. He still ended up, we didn't end up in Europe, but we won the FA. He did. You had
inherited a better side.
From Brendan Rodgers, Klopp did, yeah, compared to what we had. Do you know what we had?
Moreno, we had Saka.
Bro, do you know what we had?
We had Simon Mignolet in goal.
You did.
Do you understand the pain that I was in?
You had Hendo, you had Gomez, you had Skirtle. You still had quite a good...
I just said Martin Skirtle.
I like Skirtle. I thought Skirtle was quite good.
Cool, okay, it's good without hair, yeah.
But we inherited a worse team.
I disagree with that. I think he inherited a pretty decent side, but Klopp, but not to the degree that was going to get you anywhere where you wanted to get to. So no disrespect to the Arsenal team, but the Arsenal team that was being built was not what Mikel Arteta wanted.
So do you believe, and I'm putting a question in, do you believe Klopp still has, do you think he still has more to go? You think he can still take this Liverpool side back to compete and maybe win trophies compared to the trajectory that Arteta has right now?
You've got an argument as to Klopp being able to achieve it, just purely on the fact that he has already achieved what Mikel Arteta is trying to achieve. And he's done it in the Champions League, he's done it in the Premier League, he's done it in other leagues as well, where he's beaten the side that is meant to be like the best team in the league. So we've beaten Man City, arguably the best Premier League team of all time. We're the only other side apart from you to push Man City to any extent in the league and arguably push them further than Arsenal did. No disrespect to Arsenal, but 1 point difference, couple of points difference for a couple of seasons. Arguably you guys fell away at the end. I don't think that's unfair to say, right? So we went further than they went and earlier than they went. And Klopp has got that, he's already done that. So why not do it again?
I hear you, I do hear you, but I just feel like this Liverpool competing with City, maybe when I still feel like Arteta's, it's time for he's being him. It's time for his arc to start going, and we're going to see the Liverpool right now slowly changing. It'll be more City, Arsenal. I think they're the closest.
I think Manchester United looked at Jurgen Klopp. He would have been incredible for them. City would have wanted Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool wanted him. Arsenal wanted him. Spurs would have been begging to have him. The Bundesliga, any side in that league wants him. Germany wants him. Arguably, there is not a side within Europe that wouldn't go, yeah, it's probably worth a hit.
Oh yeah, last season, Real Madrid wanted Mikel Arteta. I mean, it happens.
Sure, but they also wanted Jurgen Klopp up last season as well. The only reason that everyone thought last season that Real Madrid wanted Jurgen Klopp or Mikel Arteta, whoever it was easy clicks. We know it's not a real headline.
Okay. I put some truth into that. Also saying, Man City's next manager potentially will be Mikel Arteta as who they want. Might be clicks, but I see some truth in it as well, considering how much Arteta has done to change the culture at Arsenal Football Club. And listen, I knew we'd strongly agree and disagree on this, but that's because I think we're so attached.
Liverpool will always be a bigger club than Arsenal. 3, 2, 1.
Are we allowed to remain these on the line?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Okay.
So we have to pick a
Will
side,
always
guys.
remain. No, but this one's a hard one.
I think the reason we are bigger is purely the head start that we have in Europe and that record that.
Yeah, you're European.
Arguably,
juggernaut.
some of the best managers of all time have helped, right? So you got obviously Shankly built it, Paisley made it incredible, and then Kenny and all those guys came in and just finished it off. And then since then, it's not like that was just an era. Like we've done it with arguably one of the worst Liverpool teams of all time because we're such a big club. You guys, not to bring up traumatic memories, but like stumbled at the line, arguably with your greatest team until now, right?
Yeah,
we did it with Jimmy Traore at left back. We did it with Didi Hamann in defensive midfield. Harry Kewell was in that team at one point. Milan Baros was a striker for us. Like the guy on your back, he didn't quite get it over the line.
But
and that's why big clubs.
But what he's done, what he's done for just football in general, Thierry Henry. And again, I'm going personal as well. I support this club because of my idolisation for Thierry Henry. But what he's done for the Premier League, most people say, as much as you started this, he's the greatest footballer to touch the Premier League.
I don't disagree with that necessarily. I just think there's like a couple of people who are in that mix.
Yeah, in the mix. But if we're talking about the number one, he is there and made Arsenal a massive brand on top of obviously the success previously as well. Arsene Wenger, the Golden Invincible Trophy, that is huge. That's known. It's made us huge. I've travelled the world following Arsenal, and I've seen how big this club is. It's massive from that, from the past of it, the class of it, the way we play football. Arsenal is a massive club. I agree when you say your European heritage is what we lack, and
that's the only difference.
And it pains me.
And but it's not like
but
we'll win 3 and then
right.
we're sort of level. It's like there's 6 of them.
I know, but then again, football's going to continue way before when we're in the box, in the ground, and things can definitely change.
Get cremated, but it's fine. Like the point is that there's 6 of those to make up, and City, who've spent more than you, they've had more dominance than you guys. They've got 1/6 of how many we have. Just to remember that they've got 1/6 of how many we have, right?
I hear what you're saying, but the other argument to it is our Premier League. I'm not going to say heritage, there's only been 3 Premier League trophies, but again, that's what, on the other hand, is what you're partly lacking as well. So,
but you win one, you've got 1/6. We win another one, we've got 2/3 as many as you. That's just in fractions.
I understand this. Thank you for the maths lesson. I appreciate it.
I wasn't trying to teach you.
But I'm just saying, in the Premier League is the greatest league in the world, the most followed league in the world.
We're also in that league.
Agreed, but we have more dominance to you than what you have. So as a club, worldwide, people look at this, fans across the world that watch the Premier League and look at that, and we dominate over you in that sense. All I can say is you have more European heritage, and I get that. But that's why I don't think this argument is so. It's not.
It's on the line. Sure. Yeah. We're not strongly disagreeing, and it's partially also just I like Arsenal, but I just think Liverpool edge it in this scenario, and I don't think that's an unfair thing to say. And it is because of the European stuff. Because it is so ubiquitous, because there is so much success at Liverpool, and there hasn't ever really been an era where someone's gone, they are done. We were close to Banter Club, but not as close as you guys got. That is what keeps us big.
Liverpool will finish above Arsenal this season. 3, 2, 1.
Can I go between?
Whoa. You don't seem that confident.
You don't even have your hand on your glass.
Because I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do here.
The fact the thought hasn't hit you yet worries me. A little far.
Strongly disagree.
You know in curling where they go too far, you overshot.
I think this is just perfect.
You were like scrubbing away.
It'll slide in, but strongly disagree. I feel like we are the closest to City, in my opinion, and I think for me they're going to be up there. After January window, when we look at the tweaks, whether it's a striker, whether it's a midfielder, I feel like Arsenal will then kick on. Things aren't clicked, they haven't fully clicked, but I see us pushing and going all the way. Arsenal's fully fit side is the best in the league, hands down. Fully fit 11 versus a fully fit 11 of your team or City's, we win. So
do you mean on paper, or when they actually play a game, Arsenal can beat anyone in the league?
If everyone's fit, I believe we can beat any team. Any team.
I think we're in a band of teams where it's difficult to differentiate between the 3 of them. 3 arguably like peak managers at operating close to their peak.
I do want to make a point as well, as we have beaten City already as well. I know it's at home, but we have beaten them as well. So that also strengthens my argument in the sense of I just feel like we will just edge you guys this season. But now I'm thinking, will City be second or Liverpool be second? But that'll be another debate.
Well, no, I want to know about that. Now you can't like venture it and then take it back.
I said this before the season started. I said that Arsenal will come second and City will be top.
So your prediction skills aren't that good, but you're telling me about what.
No, they're there.
They are. They
City can still win it. Arsenal can still be second, and you guys can be just behind.
Right.
And that's kind of how I see the top 3 right now, in my opinion.
Looking at Liverpool this season, similar to Arsenal, they've not really clicked in the same way, but they've found other ways to win. Good. There is a last dance type feeling for some of these players around the club. Virgil van Dijk doesn't know how much longer he can operate at the very, very top level. And
100%.
even if you don't think he's at his very peak, I still think he's a top level player. Salah, who knows what happens at the end of the season with him. I think knowing that, Salah goes, we just got to go all out because this is my last opportunity to do this. And just goes crazy. I mean, he's already been going pretty crazy this season. He's playing a whole new position. He's facilitating other people.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Nunez is good. Hakpo's, but like, there's just loads of good Liverpool players in there. By the way, they didn't say, do you think they win the league and finish higher than the other? Because it could still be they go City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Well, this was me. City, Arsenal, Liverpool.
I don't know about that, bro.
Come on.
All I care about is finishing above City, and I think whoever finishes above City this season wins the league.
It's really annoying. I see it City, then either us or you, but I believe it'll be us, then you. That might change. It may change.
It may change. It will change. We'll win the league.
This is a tough one. Harry Kane versus Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, I think I've got the answer.
I think I've got the
I think
answer.
we're pretty
3,
opposed.
2, 1.
Ronaldo.
You're useless, mate. What's wrong with you?